Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل لساني يفقهوا قولي. Sharing the screen. Um, Google Classroom. So we did Surah Maidah 5, verse number 78. We're on 5. We did 77, and now we're on 78. 77 was about, O people of the scripture, do not exceed limits in your religion beyond the truth, and do not follow the inclinations of a people who had gone astray before and mislead many, and have strayed from the soundness of the way. Sorry, I don't know where this came from. All right. So here in 77, we had the question, what does Allah say about exaggeration in the religion? And the comments were 3 comments. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, do not exceed the limits in your religion beyond the truth, and do not follow the inclination of the people who have gone astray. Okay, good job. That was the question. We'll do 78 inshallah today. Okay. So, yes, Asma, you can read.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أهل الكتاب لا تغلوا في دينكم غير الحق ولا تتبعوا أهواء قوم قد ضلوا من قبل وأضلوا كثيرا وضلوا عن سواء السبيل.
Inshallah, tabarakallah. Qul, say, Ya, O, Ahl are people, Al is the Kitab book, La not, Taghlu, Taghlu is exceed, Fi in, Deen, Deen is religion, Kum your, Ghaira, other than, Al the Haq, truth, Wa and La not, Tattabi'u, Tattabi'u is to follow, Ahwa are desires, Qawm of a people, Qad certainly, Dallu who went astray, Min from Qabal before, Wa and Adallu they misled. The Wa is for they. Adallu they misled Kasiran many. Wa and Dallu they have strayed, and from Sawa the right, As-Sabil is Al-Ista Sabil is the way. So if you see Dallu, the root which is Dalal, that is means to astray. So I can see Wa is and Ataf Adal Adallu. Adallu is mislead. And Wow is for personal pronoun. Wow is the personal pronoun. So the verb is wa'adallu, and that means to stray. So, yes, Haika, you can read the translation.
Okay. Say, O people of the scripture, do not exceed limits in your religion beyond the truth, and do not follow the inclination of the people who had gone astray before and mislead many and have strayed from the soundness of the way.
Good, mashallah. Okay. So let's go to the C and see what we can make a question. Um, Access in religion. We did the last time same question. Do not exceed limits set by Allah in your religion. Do not exceed the limits in religion. Okay, there's 86 and 676 and 77 are the same. The prohibition of shirk and exaggeration in the religion. Okay. 877, sorry, 577. Go back. Yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me go to the.
I forgot my headphones. MashaAllah. What an amazing girl. Literally cannot get out.
Okay. 78. That did revision. 78. Okay. Haika, you can read 78.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لئن الذين كفروا من بني إسرائيل على لسان داود وعيسى بن مريم ذلك بما عصوا وكانوا يعتدون.
Okay, good. Okay. So we have, I just go from here. A little bit of stretching here that you need to see, or you did not do. It's lu'in. Lu'in is they were lu'in is cursed. Allazina, those who kafaru, disbelieve. Min, from Bani, the children Israel. So you can see the mud over here is you have to stretch it. Bani also. Bani Israel, right? So you have to take care, you have to see that there's a 3 times you have to stretch in the sound. Bani Israel, ala, by, on lisan, the tongue. Dawood, of Dawood alayhi salam, wa Isa, and Isa, ibn, son, Maryam, of Maryam. Zalika, that was bima, because asaw, they disobeyed. Wa, and kanu, they were ya'tadun, ya'tadun are transgressing. Okay. Yes. Is Abdullah there? Abdul did not log in yet. Oh, okay. Asma, you can read the translation.
Yes.
Can you read the translation?
Okay. The cursed were those who disbelieved among the children of Israel by the tongue of David and of Jesus, the son of Mary. That was because they disobeyed and habitually
Transgressed. Transgressed is crossing the limits. Remember, we did in the ayah before that Allah wants us not to cross the limits, means not to transgress. Okay, so we go to Tafsir, and here, children of Israel, curse, Dawood, excess in religion, Mary, sons. Okay, Allah cursed the disbelievers among the children of Israel. That would be the question we make. Okay, and then, okay, okay. So I'm going to classwork, add, reuse post again, and it's chapter 5, Surah Ma'idah. Verse number create now this week is 78. Okay, 78 is why Allah curse the disbelievers. Oh, why does Allah curse the disbelievers among the children of Israel? Among the children of Israel. So we do have a question there. Okay, Israel. That's the question. Why does Allah curse the disbelievers among the children of Israel? That's 78 ayah. Here it is. I'm sorry, let me just edit this. Okay. So this we get a good, actually very strong message here. You know, what does Allah say about exaggeration in religion? So do not exceed the limits of truth. So whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says is true, is true. You do not exceed it and try to add something. And so you don't make it less, or you don't make it more. Do not exceed the limits, okay? And here, what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala curse the disbelievers? So we go over here to the ayah, okay, 78. Disbelievers among the children of Israel. Among the children of Israel. The reason is that was because they disobeyed and transgressed. You understand the answer? Do you see because over here? That's the answer. Because they disobeyed and transgressed. That's why the children Do you understand, Asma and Haika?
Yes.
Good. So the question is, again, I'm going to repeat. Why does Allah curse the disbelievers among the children of Israel? And the answer is that is because they disobeyed and transgressed, or they were transgressing, or they were transgressors. Okay? Again, crossing the limits and disobeying. So when the books has come on Dawud al-Islam, right? And the book has come on Isa alayhi salam, right? And in spite of that, they are disbelieving. They are crossing the limits, what they should not do. They're, they are disobeying. Like they know the truth, they know it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and but still they are disobeying and crossing the limits, doing what they should not do. Okay, and then don't care about that. So Allah has cursed the disbelievers among the children of Israel.
I sent you the answer.
Okay, good job. Also, Asma, have you sent? Let me know. The meantime, I'm going to check the answer. Yes, I do have a comment. That was because they obeyed and transgressed. Yes, disobeyed. Well, that means that, let me go back. Yeah, and they crossed the limits. Just turned around a little bit, which is totally fine. I can do that. That they disobeyed and transgressed. Okay, Asma, when you're done, let me know. Aya, do you understand? Do you have access to Google Classroom, Aya? Aya, can you hear us? Asma, when you're done, let me know, okay? It's only one sentence you have to write.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, let me check. Yes, we have two comments. Because they witnessed Isa and knew what message he was conveying and still disobeyed. Okay, good job. Yes, the same thing I was saying, that the books were sent to, uh, like they got the books from Isa alayhi salam, and they knew it's true, right? But still they're disobeying and crossing the limits and transgressing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has cursed the children of Israel for their, you can even write that Allah has cursed, what's the question? Uh, Allah has cursed the disbelievers among the children of Israel because of their disobedience and transgressing. Okay. And because they transgressed. Good job. Okay. So we've done this and I've assigned the homework as well. What we have. Did I assign something? Um, yes. So you have May, June. Who did the online Islamic? Okay. In December and January, we did spelling bee. Video essay change begins with me. Quiz competition. Okay. Okay. Now we have um, poetry slam, and we have. We'll just do the debate if it's as possible, inshallah. We'll focus on the debate.
When is the debate date, sister? Saba.
Um, I believe it's we have time. It's in
Mm-hmm.
April. We have
Okay.
May and April and yeah, April.
Okay.
I think I
Just
did
like
share that in Sabas Academy. Yeah, if you see, I did share that. Um, but there has to be a lot of preparation, and I was thinking even Aya can participate.
Mhm.
Um, so I've requested if you can have a, you know, meeting sometime. So inshallah we can discuss that in person. Okay,
Sure.
who's sharing the screen for IXL?
Normally Abdullah starts from the first, and then Aya, and then sorry, then As Abdullah, Haika, and then Asma. That's her. So
Okay,
today,
Haika. Abdullah is not here.
He's not feeling well today.
Okay, so you can share the screen and start inshallah. Okay.
yeah, start with your math. I ask some math first, and then Aya, and then Asma will take her turn, inshallah. So, Haika, can you share your screen?
Yes, loading.
Good. How was your weekend, guys? Good? Haika? Good. It's already February the 3rd. We're into the next. Okay. So, which image shows reflection? Good. First one, yeah. Middle. Asma and Aya, in the meanwhile, you guys can do it on your screen, and then we will share it after, inshallah. Because I don't want any of the students waiting, so you can just continue working on yours. I'm sure Aya would have an access to the Excel as well. So remaining students, start your work on your screen as well. In the meanwhile, Haika completes her.
Teacher, I'm done.
Okay, Haika, are you done now?
Yes.
Okay, so Asma, can you share your screen? And then we will have Aya. Aya, are you there, sweetie?
Okay, I'll show.
Okay, yes, thanks, Asma. And then Haika, in the meanwhile, you can do your English, the rest of the subjects now, so that we will have, by 11:45, we should be all done together, inshallah. So we have another 2 hours to go to finish all this. And we will do science as well today, so that we don't left behind on any subjects, inshallah.
Okay.
Aya's not here. Aya, okay, she's gone.
I'm done on my
Okay, Asma and Haika, are you guys there? We have about half an hour before the break.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, and this is Asma. Okay. Asma, can you share your screen, sweetie? Because we have we'll just try to finish
I
up.
already did all of my Excel,
Do
English,
you want
math,
to
and
do
science.
Indigo in the middle? Do you want to go? Oh, sorry. You want to go do the, you know, you can do,
Duolingo? Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Mhm. Yeah, make sure you share the screen for the next half an hour, and then we will finish that, and then go for a break, inshallah. So up until, thank you. Okay, Asma, you can keep your screen shared and you guys gonna go for the break. But share before you guys leave for the next about 13 minutes. So Haika and Asma will go for a break, but Aya's not here already. She left for the break earlier. And Abdullah is sick as well. So we guys see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. like in the beginning, inshallah. Okay, enjoy your break, guys. And Asma, thanks for sharing. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so you guys, your break is over. I will be leaving now since so Asma and Haika, you guys can continue your Quran class after, after your break, whenever you're done, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
Okay. Abdullah, are you here?
Abdullah's not feeling well today.
Abdullah is not here. Where is Abdullah?
He's not feeling
Abdullah's
well
not
today.
feeling well today. He's not going to be joining.
Okay. Inshallah. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Okay. Okay. So what is periodization? This is the first lesson. What is periodization? Okay. Haika, will you read it? Asma, come
Are we
here.
doing
Grab the
Islamic
paper.
studies and Quran?
Okay. Yes. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify major causes and describe the major effects of following events from 800 BC to 500 BC, the development of agriculture and the development of Nile River Valley civilization.
Teacher, are we not doing Quran and Islamic studies?
No, Sister Saba said I should teach you social studies once in a week. Once in a week, you will study social studies. Major causes and describe the. Do you on Fridays? What do you read on
Urdu.
Friday?
We just do Excel and Urdu.
Axel and Urdu?
Yes.
Okay. Major causes and describe the major effects of the following events from 500 BC to 600 AD. The development of the classical civilization, of Greece, Rome, Persia, India, and China, and the development of major world religions. Major causes and describe the major effects of the following important turning points in the world history from 600 to 1450, the spread of the Christianity and the decline of Rome and the formation of medieval Europe, the development of Islamic Caliphate and their impact on Asia, Africa, and Europe, the Mongol invasion and their impact on Europe, China, India, and Southwest Asia. Identify major causes and describe the major effect of the following important turning points in the world history from 1450 to 1750, the rise of the Ottoman Empire, the influence of the Ming dynasty on world trade, European exploration, and the Columbian exchange, European expansion, and the Renaissance and the Reformation. Identify major causes and describe the major effect of the following impact turning point in the world history from 1750 to 1914, the scientific revolution, the industrial revolution, and its impact on the development of the modern economic system, European imperi- imperialism, imperialism, and the Enlightenment impact on political revolution. Identify major causes and describe the major effect of the following important turning points in the world history from 1914 to the present, the world wars and their impact on political, economical, and social system, communist revolutions and their impact on the Cold War, independence movement, and globalization. What is the periodization? Periodization is the technique that is used in the study of history. Each period is defined by three conditions. The first condition is geographical, and a civilization may contract or shrink or spread from the smaller to wider area. Okay, who will read it? Just a minute, I will see how long the lesson is. Lesson is pretty long. Okay. Asma, can you read it? Read it.
Okay. What is okay, yeah. What is periodization? Periodization is a technique that is used in the study of history. Each period is defined by three conditions. The first condition is geographical. A civilization may contract or shrink or spread from a smaller to a wider area. Now, the second condition is to increase or decrease in contacts across religions, trade, conflict, migration. Finally, parallel developments are found across the globe. Often these events do not happen at the exact same time across the world, so dates are not the best way to define a period. Rather, dates act as a guide, and often there is controversy over which dates to use. The example that will be presented is taken from the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. Mm. Two keys, the ideas that will be that need to be understood are turning points and eras. First eras are large periods of times. As soon as you begin, you will notice that early eras are also known as ages or periods, usually stretch over longer periods of time. As history moves closer to the present, the period of time is significantly shorter. Mm. And what accounts for this difference in time mainly is it's based on the developments that took place during that period of time. A second factor is the amount of physical evidence, especially recorded or handwritten evidence. Early time periods show that developments took much longer than they do today. Therefore, information is usually more generalized in the early periods and more specific in the modern era. The second key idea is a turning point in history. A turning point is when a common way of doing things change. The causes may vary from region to region, and from era to era. Also, as we stated before, these changes happen at different rates. A factor that affects the rates of change is a contact with other societies, such as trade and war. Hmm. The more contact, the more that civilization will adapt or risk the change, or will adapt or risk the chance of being absorbed by a more powerful society. Other catalysts for change include disease, natural disaster, and advances in spread of technology. Putting the concept of era and turning point together allows historians to group large periods of time together. The periods being introduced below begin with the rise of agriculture and civilization, followed by the rise of regional empires. This trend will continue and lead to trans-regional empires and increased contacts. Key technological advances in the rate at which these contacts take place and the methods and purposes for these contacts eventually connect the old and new worlds beyond the idea of transregional to a global community of trade, conquest, and diffusion. Finally, it ends with the 20th century, when change is accelerated by communication, technology, world wars, and global trade. Foundation period. The foundation period begins in 8000 BC and continues to 500 BC. Mm, as the name foundation implies, the civilization in its early developments was what is significant is the developments that occur in this area will be built on by the following periods, and this process will continue throughout time. The key firsts are the rise of agriculture and sedentary cultures. One thing to keep in mind is that prior to those key firsts, so all societies were nomadic. Mm. Some were still hunters and gatherers, but several had begun domesticating animals and are better described as pastoralists. However, the need for more food to support larger sedentary populations resulted in improvements of farming. These improvements furthered the population growth, and civilization began to blossom into generally small city-states mm, city-states or states with complex institutions. The era or period is divided into two sub-periods: the Neolithic Revolution and the ancient river valley civilizations. Finally, the period ends with rise of large regional empires. Classical period. The period begins in 500 BC and continues to 600 AD. The major change that starts this era is the development of large regional empires. Now, these empires These empires centralize power through the use of military aristocracies and various forms of mm, bureaucracy. This allows them to integrate their regions through the use of road and sea travel. Permanent traditions largely started in the Foundation era becomes characteristics of these newly formed regional civilizations. The four main areas are China, India, Southwest Asia, and the Mediterranean Sea. These empires make strong contacts between regional centers. Other areas that grew in isolation from Europe and Asia are Mesoamerica and Andean America. And still, do not forget that though civilization is growing rapidly, there are many societies outside classical civilization that made significant contributions to the regional civilizations, such as pastoralists and other nomads. The period ends with the collapse of the classical empires, with massive nomadic invasions sweep through Asia and Europe. Post-classical age. The post-classical period lasts from 680 to 1450 AD. Mm, the fall of the great classical empires creates an opportunity for civilizations and pastoral societies outside of them to begin to come to prominence. Beginning with the rise of Islam, it will become the first trans-regional civilization as it spanned Eurasia and Africa. The two great powers merge in China and in the Middle East. The spread of universalizing religions, philosophies of Christianity, Islam, and Buddhism mm, and promote ideas on equality and will reunite the old regional empires and add new civilizations into a new network of global contacts. These new developments will see the rise of new civilization and centers. The period comes to an end with the conquest of the Mongols, the spread of the Black Death, and Asian technological innovations. Connecting East and West era. The early modern era, or connecting East and West era, begins in 1450 AD and ends in 1750 AD. And the rise of gunpowder empires in the Middle East and Europe allow for the rise of Western Europe. Navigation techniques borrowed from Asia allow the Iberian Peninsula to discover the New World, and thus the world begins to shrink. All continents are included in a world network. This leads to the great exchanges of goods, products, flora, fauna, people, germs, and ideas. European and Christianity between East and West. Age of Revolution. Wait, one, two, three. Modern Age of Revolution. The Age of Revolution begins in 1750 AD and ends in 1914. The era is characterized by massive changes brought about by technological change caused by the Industrial Revolution, political revolution brought on by the Enlightenment, intellectual change caused by the Renaissance and Reformation, and societal changes and societal and social change that moves people from rural mm, rural areas to populated urban areas. Vast trade networks are solidified and dominated by Europe, which leads to Western global hegemony. The nation state rises to replace previously formed systems of political control, with Great Britain, France, and Germany competing to divide the world. This is referred to as imperialism. Others, such as Russia, the USA, and Japan, join the older European powers. Western culture begins to dominate the globe through colonization. Modern era. The modern era begins in 1914 with World War One and continues to the present. Change are its main calling cards. Often referred to as the American century and the retreat of Europe, two world wars severely altered the hierarchy of power and Europe's control over its colonies. In addition, the areas of the Pacific Rim and India begin to rise. This leads to the collapse of European and colonial empires. As modernization brings industrialization to the air. Into the areas outside of initial influence, local values and traditions are challenged as modernization promotes westernization. Mass culture, promoted by new telecommunication technologies, begins to transform, such as the development of lingua francas. And the best ways of the past are forgotten, and the ways of the past are forgotten. Lastly, the battle between new political forms pit the political and economic ideas of democracy and free enterprises against socialism, communism, and totalitarianism. Mm, Issues such as genocide and ethnic cleansing promote the development of global organizations which attempt to change to protect human rights and promote exchange. Spices. Spices is a mnemonic tool used to help students to recall the themes or structures historians use to analyze, evaluate, and compare the informations of for societies within and out of an era. S stands for social structure. S stands for social structure. P stands for political structure. I stands for interactions between civilization. C stands for cultural structure. E stands for economic structure. S stands for spaces, which is another term used to connect students with geography. This looks a lot more like a okay, well, that's the end of the chapter. That's the end of the chapter.
Okay, so Haika,
Yes.
what did you understand? What did you understand?
Mama, not even I understood a single word that thing said. It was too many big words.
This is the history, okay? So it describes about the different era of the world history. So these are the key points. Vocabulary. At least you should memorize the vocabulary. What is vocabulary? Economics, the study of the human behaviors. Uh,
Philosophy.
Practiced by people in the order to meet their needs. Okay, so this is called economics. Economics. Okay, era is the segment of the historical time. Periodization. What is periodization? The division of the history into periods or setting or segments of the time. For example, from 1900 to 2000, from 1950 to 2015, like
1950
this.
to 2015.
Okay, this is called periodization. Okay,
Okay.
and what is else? Stone Age. What is Stone Age? Historical era existing before human learned to develop mental technologies.
It's before agriculture.
Is characterized by a hunting and gathering way of the life. Stone Age was that time when people were hunting to find the food.
Agriculture, before agriculture.
Yeah, before agriculture. No, agriculture was the first thing.
No,
in the human
agriculture is what do you call?
The first thing.
Agriculture is planting and farming and whatnot. The Stone Age is the one existing before humans learned to develop metal technologies characterized by a hunting and gathering way of life.
Yeah, okay. Turning points क्या हैं? An event.
Event marking a unique or important historical change, of course.
Mhm. Okay, this is it. And space is geography,
No,
location.
that's nothing. That's just a that's just a website and whatnot.
Economic structure, industrialization, economic system, capitalism.
Socialism.
You know,
business
in
organizations,
Pakistan, there is
political-
capitalism. Okay, Pakistan mostly capitalism. Economic systems, what are business and organization, laborer organizations, technology,
industry,
science, invention, innovation, power, transportation, communication. Okay.
Okay, my question is, you said there were already questions.
No, there are no
I know I'm
questions.
talking you to make the question.
I have to make the questions for you. For example, what is periodization? What is periodization?
Periodization is the when scientists make eras and like name eras and like evaluate what eras we've gone through and whatnot.
No.
Yes.
Yes, Haika, can you tell me what is periodization?
Is a technique that is used in the study of history.
Yeah, technique which is used to study the history. It is
Exactly the
periodization.
same as I just said.
No, you didn't. You didn't say.
Yes, I did.
Okay, okay. And what is foundation period?
The foundation period. Or do you want? The foundation period.
800
It's
BC.
the main, like basically the simple developments from like the beginning ones, like agriculture and whatnot. Like not computer, but like as in the earlier, what do you call? The earlier inventions like fire and agriculture, like the simple ones that we'd find are always here.
Yeah, it's basically an early phase of training in like developing basic strength or fitness, or like more intense training for anything like that.
Yes. Okay. Classical period. What was the classical period?
This one was
the major change
yeah.
that started in
This one put the major what do you call foundation? Well, not foundation, but this one had the hierarchy. It made like some of the hierarchy, the beginning hierarchy, the ones before all those changes. It was like the kind of the beginning hierarchy where it was very what do you call not much there was like a lot of bureaucracy, and I think there was some civil wars. Well, not civil wars, but like civil wars. There was tension in between. It was like a fight for power for the beginning. In the beginning, the fight for power.
Okay. The four main areas are regional civilization. The four main areas are China, India, Southwest Asia, and the Mediterranean Sea.
Those are the main areas that were affected by this era.
Foundation. Yeah, okay. 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 So what is post-classical age? What was post-classical age?
The
The most important thing which you are missing is mention the period. 600 AD to 1450 AD.
50
AD means what?
80.
After the death of the Christ. After the death of the Christ, and BC means before Christ. before birth of the Isa alayhi Islam, and after the death of Isa alayhi Islam. This is called BC is before the birth of Isa alayhi Islam, and AD is after the death of Isa alayhi Islam.
That makes sense.
Okay, so did you know what does it mean 600 AD to 1450 AD? What was this?
The years after Isa alayhi Islam died.
Yes, so what was this period? Post-classical period.
Post-classical age, pretty sure this was when
So the spread of the
yeah, this is the beginning of the spread about Islam and the Christianity and
universalization.
Jerusalem and
Mhm.
all those religions and whatnot. This is the spread of religions and also tensions between countries, like inside countries.
Mhm. Okay. Connecting East and West era.
The East and West were in a war, and now they started connecting, doing trades routes and whatnot. Which was in 1450 AD to 1750 AD.
Yes, okay. Navigation techniques
Yeah.
borrowed from Asia
Yeah.
allow the
This was trade. This was when trade associations began rising in between the East and West. Age of Revolution.
Age of Revolution.
This is when people who were unhappy with the power of the hierarchy started protesting and having their voices heard. And so there was a lot of civil war during this time. The Age of Revolution.
Okay.
Between 1750 and 1914.
Okay. The nation state rises to replace previously formed a system of political control.
Exactly what I said.
With Great Britain, France, and Germany competing to divide the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So modern era, what was modern era? Yes, Haika, can you tell me what is modern era?
Change.
Yes, Haika, can you tell me what is modern era?
Okay.
American century and the retreat of Europe, two world wars severely after the hierarchy of the power and Europe control over its colonial colonies. In addition,
Yeah, it's basically like a training of future advanced science-based methods.
yes. So the modernization brings industrialization in the areas of outside of the initial influences. Local values and traditions are changed as modernization promotes westernization. Mass culture promoted by new telecommunication technologies begins to transform, such as the development of lingua francis. The ways of the past are forgotten. Lastly, the battle between new political forms pit the political and economic ideas of democracy and free enterprises against socialism, communism, and uh, totalize, totalitarian. Okay, what is this? Can you read it?
Totalitarianism. Totalitarianism.
Yes, totalitarianism. Okay, totalitarianism.
You did not pronounce that. Totalitarianism.
Totalitarianism.
It's totalitarianism.
Totalitarianism.
Good.
Okay, so what is totalitarianism? Can you tell me, Asma, what is totalitarianism?
I don't even know how to pronounce it, let alone know the translation of it. I don't even know what socialism or communism is.
Communism is no religion. Communism means they don't they don't believe in God. They say
Atheist.
yeah, atheist, like atheist communism. Again, socialism is that to be social. Okay.
Totalitarianism.
Enterprises are the companies, the group of companies that is called enterprise. The group of companies which they
I
unite
understand the rest of
form
them. I understand the rest of them. I just didn't understand socialism and
to
communism.
issue such as genocide and ethnic cleansing, promote the development of global organization and attempt to protect.
Human rights and promote exchanges,
Yes.
trade relations.
Mhm. Spices is the
No, this is just a little tip. This is just a little tip that they put, which are S stands for social structure, P stands for political structure, I stands for interactions between civilizations, Q stands um between civilizations, C stands for cultural structure, E stands for economic structure, S stands for spaces, which is another term used to connect students with geography. So in turn, all S, P, I, C, E, S. Spices.
yes. So spices means different structures. Okay, that is social structure, political structure, and
Spices can also be
interaction.
spices can also be used as the seasoning for food.
Yeah, but excess of everything is bad. Excess of everything is bad. Social structure, economic, social clauses, gender rules, relations, inequalities,
Inequalities, families,
family,
kinship,
kinship,
racial,
racial,
ethnic
ethnic
constructs,
structure,
political structure,
political
states,
structure,
leaders,
state leader.
forms of control, law, bureaucracy, state building, expansion. Wait, Mama, can you please pronounce bureaucracy?
Yeah, bureaucracy. Interactions, cultural structure.
Okay, cultural, intellectual, arts, architecture, religion, worldviews, philosophy, lifestyles, entertainment, literatures, secularism, atheism, ideologies, and isms. Industrializations, economic systems, capitalism, socialism, business organizations, labor organizations, technology, industry, science, invention, innovation, mm, power, transportation, communication, location, physical movement, use of environment, landforms.
Okay, interactive student network,
No, these are
notebook assignments. Summarize the reasons historian break history into eras.
to learn to understand it better and to also figure out what which went first and have a better understanding of why people did what they did so they can see past mistakes and move past them. I'll create a timeline of the periodization of that will be and explain why there's no one accepted it. There's no one accept. Explain why there is no one accepted a convention for periodization.
I guess because a lot of people have different opinions and whatnot, so you can't really choose one person. And list and define the terms for each set of spices. We just did that. How do historians How do historians analyze and categorize thousands of years of history? They do spices, which is again social structure, political structure, interactions, cultural structures, economic structures, and spaces. What are the themes used by historians to analyze societies in a given period of time? The themes used eras. Eras.
Yes, eras and also
What are the
periodization.
No, Mama, that's not. Those are the terms, the themes.
Themes is periodization.
No, Mama, that's a term.
Mhm.
Themes.
Used by historian to analyze.
Spices again.
Yeah, yes, spices. Okay, so this was your lesson for today, inshallah. We will see you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you tomorrow.